The first hobby I can remember having is drawing. It didn't dominate my life to the extent that my hobbies do today, but if someone were to ask me what my hobbies were, that's what I would say. I wasn't very good at drawing, I was only 4 at the time, but it was something that I liked doing. Then I found my first serious hobby. Serious meaning that I'm still doing it today. At 5 years old, I started my first YouTube channel. Inspired by the biggest channels in my life at the time, namely EvanTubeHD and Stampy Longnose, I made toy reviews. YouTube was still relatively young at the time. Unedited videos and random videos in public were commonplace. At the time, I was still using my dad's YouTube account, but I was ready for the big leagues. I started my very own YouTube channel, complete with a logo and really bad channel art. I posted a video of my dog running around, then I started making gaming videos. I enjoyed making the gaming videos more than the other types of content I made in the past, so I continued making those. Along the way, I picked up some variants on drawing, like painting and animation, but making YouTube videos was my main hobby until I was around 7 or 8. Then I discovered the world of magic tricks, and I got pretty good at it, but after a while it lost its effect on me, and I moved on and pretty much abandoned magic entirely. At this point, I wasn't drawing as much. I still got back into it from time to time, but I was drifting farther and farther away from it. I was around 9 when we got iPads at school. One day I downloaded a new app from the very limited app catalog they gave us, called Tinker. It was a coding interface, and it had a sizable community. It was a block-based coding language, which means you drag code blocks instead of writing words, and I was addicted to it, and my friends were as well. We coded a lot, and we honed our skills to become some of the most successful creators on the platform. My most popular project had over 800,000 views. Altogether, I had over 1 million. But soon we had to leave our iPads behind to go to middle school, and we left Tinker along with them. In 6th grade, I took a movie making class, in which I learned how to properly edit my YouTube videos. With my newfound knowledge, I started polishing and refining my content. Every single one of my videos was now edited, and my channel started growing faster. Once 6th grade was over, it was summer break, and you'd think I would start making more videos, right? Wrong, I stopped making videos on my channel entirely. I started playing D&D for a bit, but the pandemic was in full swing, so I had no one to play with. I edited videos for my cousin's channel from time to time. It was during this time where I learned how to edit better and more efficiently. When 7th grade started, me and my friend found a new coding site called Scratch, and I was more addicted to coding than ever before. I returned to my main YouTube channel and then started a Scratch coding-based YouTube channel. But over time, me and my friend both slowly drifted away from Scratch coding. I continue to make content for my main channel, and I haven't completely abandoned coding, but I have stopped for the time being. In the meantime, I discovered a new hobby. I was sitting on a Zoom call, and out of the corner of my eye I saw a Rubik's Cube. I had never been able to solve more than one side. I had tried in the past with hours of tutorials, but I was never able to solve it fully. I decided to give it another shot, and this time, it was easy. I followed the tutorial and was able to solve it within 30 minutes. I was proud of my achievement and decided to memorize the steps needed to solve it. And by the end of the day, I was able to solve it with no help in less than 5 minutes. But I wanted to get better. I wanted to reach the mythical Speed Cuber status. So, I put in a lot of effort into becoming faster, learning new methods and techniques to solve the cube. Within a week and a half, I could solve the cube in under 1 minute and 30 seconds. But my journey was far from over. I kept practicing. After around a month, I got my first sub 1 minute time. It gave me a boost to keep going. Within a couple of weeks after my first sub 1 minute time, I was able to solve it consistently in under a minute. Progress slowed from there, but I inched closer to the sub 30 second mark. Eventually I got it, with a time of around 28 seconds. A couple of weeks later, I got a time of 26 seconds. Then, with a really lucky solve, I got a time of 23.61 seconds. And that is where I stand today. I went from artist to coder to cuber in around 13 years. The rest of my story is hidden under the thick fog of the future.